Yeah.
Still up.
We're spending a penny before we start?
Don't worry about it.
It was worth it.
I have my bennies, too. They're my mom's business cards. Perfect.
2,
Lucky.
3.
My jokers don't need to be different from one another in my deck, correct? I don't need a red and a black joker?
No.
I don't think they are mechanically unique, unlike the card game.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike several other.
Okay.
types of characters.
I thought that there was a mechanic in this that it did matter, but not for me. Go ahead.
Yeah, it does matter during character creation, and during. I don't think it matters during initiative.
Yes.
Okay. So, are we ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Ready as we're gonna get.
So we begin with Everett. Something is going on outside, but you really need to go to the bathroom. You cannot hold this. You are in a tiny room that is off the area that was under the attic. You are in this tiny little living room.
Now, is this a super fancy bathroom, or is this like your servant's bathroom?
You haven't found the bathroom yet. You are merely in a room.
Okay.
Every room's a bathroom if you want it badly enough. I mean...
Not the room that I'm in with you, please.
That's what stealth rolls are for.
Just pick a potted plant and do the cat litter thing.
So I will say that as of previous lore, you have left the room to go to the bathroom. So pissing in a corner is not an option.
Yes. Failure to find the bathroom and making do when gunshots start ringing out is an option.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
That said, gunshots have not started ringing out, and JR found the window overlooking the menagerie?
Yes, he found a room with a window overlooking the menagerie. Has since...
And I was there for that, correct?
Yes, he has since opened it. And...
Yeah, and I correctly identified the Yeti that he thinks is a skinwalker, and the book thinks is something else that we won't name.
Correct.
How do I keep forgetting that we think it's a skinwalker?
So, for everybody who wasn't there for that conversation, we are now referring to the monster that we are fighting as a Yeti.
Okay.
For the sake of people.
Everyone's sanity.
Exactly.
I'm superstitious.
I mean, honestly, I'm not problematic with that. We're all superstitious.
Yep. Okay, so you will need to leave the room to find a bathroom. You enter you enter a thin, dimly lit hallway. Do you take a left or a right?
Left.
Left? So you go back down the way that you came. The laundry door is on your right. Do you go through it or do you pass by it?
A laundry door?
Yes, it is a door to the laundry room.
That's how we got into the...
where you came from.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, this laundry room is eldritchly hard to understand. I also was like, wait a minute. Now explain this laundry room thing to me again.
I mean,
Several times.
It's where they fold the fitted sheets, so in order to make the fitted sheets come out crisp, the rest of the world has to be weird.
That checks out.
Fitted sheet folding is
That's an impossible task.
So what is your question, Dave?
You have to make a deal with the devil to fold your laundry? Oh, absolutely.
Popular in the United States.
This is also a high-end...
high-tech place, right?
Yeah, a weird science, very rich man's mansion.
Do they have a bidet?
Don't know. We haven't found a bathroom yet.
Gained popularity in the U.S. primarily in the early 20th century.
In an alternate timeline, bidets could be mad science.
Wait,
Yeah, regardless of what this building may or may not have in it, Everett is looking for a chamber pot.
there
Mhm.
could actually have been a bidet because before there was the plumbed version.
Tangent.
It's very
I know I started this tangent. Like tangent.
No, and no matter what is possible to exist in this building, Everett is expecting a chamber pot.
Yes. Okay.
So the laundry room might have that. Otherwise, we're gonna need to find a.
So you did see a filigreed cabinet in the laundry room that was off to the corner.
Okay.
Nobody explored it. Nobody looked into it. So
I'm sure there's nothing of importance there.
Yeah.
She only brought it up twice, so we should probably keep ignoring it.
Yeah, let's check it out. Why not?
okay. So you re-enter the laundry. Massive barrel-like machines surround you. There are piles of what appear to be clean linen around as well. Some other piles in kind of wheelie carts. So you opened the door to a small closet. Do you enter the closet and look around? It's about the
Do I have
size.
to enter it to look around?
Well, okay, so you look in, and on the left-hand side is a set of buttons. Like, you've seen Specs mess with something that looks kind of similar to this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There doesn't appear to be any chamber pots in there, though.
All right. Are there buttons on my hat making machine?
Yes, there are.
Damn, this coin, man. Well, none of this is a chamber pot. So, or a powder room. So we're gonna keep looking.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Damn it, Everett.
What was on the? You said that was on the left-hand side. Is there anything on the right-hand side?
so entering the laundry room, that's on the right-hand side. There isn't really anything that looks like
I thought you said the left-hand side of the closet had buttons, and you didn't.
Oh, on the right-hand side. There's a piece of paper. Something is written on it.
There sure is.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably not important.
How big is this piece of paper?
Wait, hold on. How big of a piece of paper? We're gonna get a second coin toss here.
Okay, so it is about the size of... What's your sister's name? The one who read to you?
CC.
Huh? Cece?
CC.
Yeah. It's about the size of one of her ledger books, like open.
Okay. So bigger than printer paper, but smaller than a newspaper.
Correct.
I mean, if it was really important, it would have pictures on it, right?
Sure.
Well, it doesn't matter because we're not taking it.
That damn coin.
Wow. Damn.
I'm trying to make something interesting happen. So I guess we make a mental note of the weird science closet, and we continue on our journey to find a water closet.
Alright, so there is no other way out except for up in this room other than the way that you came in.
Well, hold on. This is a laundry room, right?
Yes.
So, presumably in a laundry room, there is a way to get rid of the dirty water.
True. You roll me a weird...
Oh my god. What's the roll?
Weird science.
Okay. I do not have that. So, come on, water sign.
And why not just
that'll
look for a
be
bucket?
Nothing.
What?
No success.
Okay. Yeah, these weird barrel machines, you open them and, like, they look like a sieve. Really weird. But there's no way that you can find that seems to have any sort of way of get rid of water. That being said, as you're looking around, you do find a couple of tubs for, like, really going at stains.
Gotcha. All right. Well, according to my Mercury-driven insanity, I make a mental note of that and continue being responsible and trying to find an actual bathroom.
Okay. Do you leave
This is why he missed everything.
Yes!
It's very selective.
I
You're
really
being
need to find a
responsible is actually
bathroom.
creating retroactively creating a very funny bit of chaos, Dave.
Yes.
Choosy headers, choose pots.
All right. So you said there's no way but up out of the laundry room or back the way I came?
Yes.
Okay. When you say up, do you mean there's a ladder or just that it has a tall ceiling?
There is a ladder up to the attic from whence you came.
We didn't come through the laundry room, did we?
Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That's why JR knows what it looks like. Right. I remember us talking about like a living room or something.
A linen
When we
room.
Linen room. Okay, that's not helpful either. All right, well, I guess we're going back down the hall the other direction.
Away from the way that you came?
Is there further down this way past the laundry room?
Yes, there is.
Oh, then yeah, we'll go that way.
Okay, so you go past the laundry room, and on your right is a set of stairs that lead downwards. And on your left is a hallway of doors.
Ooh. So you said right was downstairs, left is hallway of doors, like a Scooby-Doo movie?
Kind of, yeah. It's very similar to the hallway of doors that you came from.
Well, unfortunately, we're going downstairs.
Okay!
That was
So...
a coin toss,
Mm-hmm.
and I would assume that this is the worst one to put up for it.
Probably, in all honesty.
I mean-
But we're going to find out.
Yep, we're gonna find out. So, off to down the stairs. So you go down the stairs, and you enter it exits out onto another small hallway. In front of you is a wall, and you hear some sounds coming from the central courtyard at this point. Roll me a notice roll.
Notice. That should be a D. Let me see if I'm picking up to D8 yet. That is a D6. Okay. 10 total, so 1 raise.
Okay, you definitely hear the sound of gunfire and monsters hollering and a couple of screams.
And that's from where I think the courtyard is?
Yes. Based on your spatial reasoning, that is from where the courtyard is.
What's the timing
Okay.
of all of this?
This is while JR is running down the wall and everybody else...
Yeah. So, like, has the monster just burst out?
No, he was in the laundry room when the monster burst out, and is now...
I'm trying to figure out where I am in relation to all of this.
You are either pressed against the window...
Well, no, I'm probably on the way back to Kochek.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Either that or I'm on the way back from Kochek, depending on how long he was taking to find a place to piss.
Well, he hasn't found one yet.
Looked with the past tense on that.
Yep. Okay, so there's screams and gunfire behind me towards where I'm sure the courtyard is.
To your right.
What else is on this landing?
There is a long room dead ahead of you, and there are 2 doors ahead of you. One is at the end of the hallway to the left. One is straight ahead of you.
Okay. Small room number 1.
Room number... What was that, Dave?
We're investigating. We're poking our head in small room number 1.
Okay, it is a pantry. It's actually larger than you thought. It is stocked full of food.
Is there a sink?
Is there a peanut butter can?
Is there any meat?
Roll me a notice roll.
It doesn't matter because Everett doesn't care to grab a snack.
Okay.
I was
that
suggesting
sounds wild.
using a can.
Okay, that is 11. So 1 raise on notice roll for a chamber pot or a sink or something.
So you do see what appear for some reason someone has left like a couple of empty cans in here. And I'm talking like big ones.
Okay. We're talking like enough beans to feed a caravan came in this case.
Yeah.
Some 28-ounce empty cans from tomatoes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, fancy party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be.
That's some shitty ingredients for a rich person's party.
There's a reason he stays rich. Okay, so you have found a piss pot.
Multiple.
Everett has a pot to piss in.
Huzzah!
We're gonna say because of the emergent gunfire and screaming, this will have to do.
Okay. And to answer your question, Tim, no, there was not meat in there.
Darn.
That being said, there are other rooms on this floor. Okay, so with that, we are going to go to the combat.
Okay.
Your meat is very important to us.
I am not part of this combat. I am returning at end of
You
round.
are not. So, pass it down.
You're bleeding. Not that it matters.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
I haven't heard that in a while.
That's relevant.
Yes, can I have the skills?
All right.
Yes.
Not that it matters because I'm doing other things this combat.
Always.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Cards were certainly drawn.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Vasily.
Thank you.
Alright, so we will start with
You were nice enough to put them all in the same
Jokers. Ace. King. Queen.
Queen.
You are a queen.
Today I am.
So, roll me a notice roll.
Oh, jeez. All right. So.
Hey, I mean, you're the best person.
No,
to get
hold
this.
on. The OGs is because I don't know how to play this game. Yes, I do have the best notice in the game. It's so that way it helps me learn how to play this game.
Mm.
Okay, so.
No, I mean, you have to learn how to play it, not your character.
Whose notice is better? Is it Morgan Pennyfeathers or Shuksa?
I think it's
Oh.
Morgan's, actually.
I think
Tiny
Shook's,
feathers.
no, they're
They might be tied.
they're tied, yeah.
So they're both D10.
Yep.
Yeah.
the D10
That's
explodes.
pretty good.
Uh-huh.
The same as the coyote is
We have
pretty
14.
good.
14, you say?
Yep.
Yes.
So, the waitstaff are acting really weird. That,
Well, yeah, why the fuck am I doing their job?
the knot of... They are seeming to surround the knot of guards around the party person.
The VIPs?
Yeah. And it's, a few
Not
of
the
them
host, the
have
VIPs.
knives.
I misread the ability I took, and
Mhm.
I definitely don't want it anymore.
Okay.
So I will need to probably erase that and take something else.
What?
Soul Eater only works with unarmed attacks.
Oh. Yeah.
Kinda not my thing.
Knives!
Okay.
Tape them to my
Knives,
hands,
you
that'll
say.
count, right?
I like knives.
I'm sure those aren't
So-
relevant.
I like daggers.
And
I noticed the waitstaff
Do we have any
are over there.
Oh.
yes.
Yeah, there's a
And now I have to decide if I'm going to make a fuss about that or if I'm going to continue just trying to lead other people to safety.
Ah. Oh, I'm not heroic yet.
I think I'm going to make some loud and pointed comments in their direction about like how they're prioritizing certain guests over others. But I'm not going to like stop what I'm doing enough because like fighting about that is not more important than making sure a maximum number of people get away from whatever the fuck is happening.
Okay.
So yeah, loud pointed comments that do carry about like, you know, clearly we've got, you know, some more important than others, but also why the fuck aren't they leaving? And like, you know, going to continue trying to sort of usher and lead other people away because like I'm guessing that the waitstaff used to be helping me with this and now I'm going to be left with this responsibility myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I'll be
right.
salty about that.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a reasonable thing.
Yeah.
You know,
As somebody who like was pitched to me as a character with an attitude issue.
Yep. Oh, very much so.
So yeah, salty comment continuing to get
Who are you
like,
making this comment to?
the white staff who are abandoning the average party goer to go stand with knives next to some people who aren't fucking leaving.
So, to paint this a better picture, they are sneaking up on these people without their knowledge.
that's even
Oh.
better. That's even better.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this isn't
The
this isn't
way-
them
the-
circling them. This is them circling towards them.
Oh, in
The way
them.
Yes.
the way that you described that to me sounded like they were joining the guard.
No.
It sounded like their backs were to the VIPs with their knives out, not their fronts toward the VIPs with their knives out.
I
It's funny
apologize
because
for
I got that. My brain
Okay.
went that way.
So, you can understand why that was a very funny image to me of being like, oh man, these people are in danger. You guys really aren't helping very much. I understand that was on me to make better, but now we are there.
Fuck, that is really funny.
Just a loud ahem! Some people are trying to do a job here.
Shut up! Shut up!
I can't think of a funnier thing to do than that. We're still going with this.
Cool. Okay.
I would say that's
For
pretty
all their
perfect.
notice, they misread the room.
The best noticed role. So like, Morgan is actually going to interpret the situation correctly, but is going to approach the situation in the funny way that you interpreted it, Gil, which is like, you know, some people are trying to help this situation be better. Just, you know, sarcastic, not at anyone in particular, relies on everybody else's notice skill to connect the dots. Because
Relies
I'm
on
too...
everybody else's notice skill to notice.
Yeah, well, one, that's probably consistent with their writing style, to be honest. I'm just gonna lay it all out there. You can come to your own fucking conclusions.
Yep.
And, also, I'm busy. I'm trying to get these people away from the rampaging whatever. So, yeah. Very loud, pitched to carry, sarcastic comment about, like, how that's not helping the situation.
Okay. What would it be?
Everyone with no trolls +2 or something.
Yeah, but like, what would the skill to make yourself heard? I would say it would be performance, possibly.
Performance sounds right. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with persuasion.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing
Persuasion,
this with
actually,
intent.
Make a yell check.
I would say a yell check is persuasion, but I also want that to be a persuasion thing because I get a free reroll.
How do you roll for Allah?
I don't know if Gil's actually done any of those. Make a bullshit check, please. And you get to fill in the bullshit.
I have. It's been a... What
Even
do you
with
think,
with my character.
What skill do you think this would fit? Anyway.
Hey.
I got a 5.
Okay.
5 succeeds.
Yeah, no, you make a very pointed comment about, hey, some people are trying to help other people here.
I can't believe this.
You don't ask for the manager, but...
It's only because I think the manager is busy.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, he's right
Going to
there.
be eaten and you're slinking off with knives? We don't take care of the monster, we're all dead. Kill them later.
I am Karen's abuela.
Oh.
That is a lot of dice rolls.
Oh, that's a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
You just yelled into an entire group of people.
So, a few of the people, like, of the waitstaff look at you pointedly and be like, one of them menaces you with a knife.
Wait, is it like is this like this is a class war kind of thing? Like, what do they mean by
I
that?
don't think you have enough information to figure that out.
Yeah.
The way I see it is
so
like...
with that notice roll, I will give you that these knives look weird.
Well, how do they look weird, Gil?
Do they look weird like the weird knife I just saw for some weirdos that I like encountered via their hotel room?
Did you guys show her the knife? Them the knife?
Yeah,
I
they
thought
did.
everyone has knowledge of the 2 knives we had.
Okay, then
Yeah,
yes,
we
these
should-
look like the knives that they
We
found.
should have
Well, which
seen it
one?
then, I think.
The one that they don't want to be stabbed by.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, the really
the
knife.
3-edged one.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm pretty sure that they showed that knife to Morgan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we showed at the dinner.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then yes, you know what these are.
Because we have that one and we have
Okay,
the
so this
serrated.
isn't a class solidarity thing. This is fucked up.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
almost
gonna
like
start
it's
directing the
ritual murder.
I'm gonna start directing the guests away from all of that
So
too.
at some of the guards, like, look in your direction and seem to notice that they are being surrounded by waitstaff. And they start pointing their guns at them.
This seems like a situation that's gonna solve itself.
Yeah, definitely. Not that there's a Yeti-sized problem with this.
And
Remember,
these are
I'm
the
a
guards
minor
that,
pacifist, so I'm not going to actively involve myself in violence.
Oh no, like you're...
I'm just gonna set off that powder keg and walk away.
Like the Fusilier.
I'm assuming your single violent action is vicious mockery.
It's Tasha's hideous laughter, actually.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Not really.
Okay, so that
I mean,
was...
is this the
Is there
group of
anything
guards
else?
that Lester is part of?
What?
Is this the group of guards that Lester is a part of that are being menaced by the evil-looking knives?
No. This is the
Okay.
group of black trench-coated, white-shirted people who have been going around and maintaining order in the party. In fact, yeah, no, you don't notice Lester anymore.
Yeah, I haven't seen Lester in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Lester was here, and then he disappeared.
Yep.
Don't know how that happened.
Yeah, it's weird. Is there anything else you'd like to do this turn?
It's really hard to lose track of him.
I'm giving you the notice roll as a free action. I will give you one other action.
You get a bonus action.
Yes.
I am also trying to get myself away from the Yeti, as well as like many other guests. Like I'm pretty sure that was the action I was going to take.
Okay,
right? Is like I was trying to tip off like whatever the fuck that was, and then helping guests. Like so, I don't have room for more things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. With that was queens, jacks, 10s, 9s, 8s. 7, 6, 5.
Hey!
Jesus Christ.
Everyone's going slow.
Oh.
The Yeti hasn't gone yet either.
Yeah. So you're going first because Hearts goes last.
Yeah. Alright, I continue running down the side of the building.
Mm-hmm.
Suspended in midair for 2 weeks.
Boy,
Lucky
my
that-
arm's tired.
It's lucky that you didn't have to go in all that time.
Everett's
Who's
been
to
doing,
say he didn't?
Everett's been doing the looking for both of us.
You see, he just has.
He gets out to the fucking courtyard and is like, hey, I found a bathroom.
Catch! Oh.
Catch.
So as I run down the side of the building, I'm gonna fire my gun twice at the
Wait, no.
At the Yeti.
Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
With a total of a -1, because I have a named gun. It's not D8, use a D10. An 8, which is a raise,
Okay.
and
Oh.
I'll just take the 8 because that's just a raise anyways.
Okay. And that gives you an additional D6, correct?
Yeah. So it's 2d6. It's 3d6 plus 1 each time. I'm gonna spend a penny on this roll.
Ouch.
It is the same end result.
Yeah.
These are made to be spent.
Yep. There we go.
That's a lot better.
15 for the first one.
15 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Wow.
Well then.
it'll be
Oh, right, I forget.
24 for the second one.
Too.
24.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder what its toughness is.
Not that high.
So...
Are your ankles going to survive this?
What do you mean? He's running down the side of the wall. He's effectively running towards the monster right now.
Yes, because magic.
I believe you.
Good.
Because
But it doesn't matter. Your belief does not matter to his magic.
So you were running down the side of the wall.
Yeah, the wall. I'm running
And
outside
just blasting away at this thing. Your bullets, like, you fire twice. The creature roaring gets hit in the side of the head. And then, again, then you, like, hit it in the eye. It rears back. and just lets out a terrifying roar. Yep.
Yeah.
You make it down another floor.
Yep.
You are now standing about with the part. You are standing on the level of the rest of the party, but like this,
Yep.
but horizontal.
You are at height with the Yeti's face.
Basically.
Yep.
All right. That was that. So
Yep.
now it is time for the peasantry.
Ah, yes, the peasants get an action.
So
You're the
you
only
For
peasants
me.
here.
you made a few people aware of what is going on.
Oh, they stopped going ooh and ah.
This isn't a floor show.
I mean, I'm not helping the impression that it is.
You're
At
not.
at this point, 5 of the waitstaff take out guns.
Okay, that makes sense.
I feel proud of my actions. It is the duty, the solemn oath of journalism to inform the public.
Mm-hmm.
Gun! You're being shot! How do you feel about this?
Can I get a statement on being shot?
Please tell me, how much does this hurt?
Ah!
If I poke it here, does it hurt more? All right.
Excuse
the
me, sir.
doctor.
When you came out tonight, did you expect to be eaten by a Yeti?
Sir, please stop going into the Yeti's mouth. I have a question. All right, so a few of them jump in to attack the people in dusters.
But hey, at least now it's not a fight of us versus all of these people. It instead now includes some guards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're fighting themselves. The best swords say in their sheaths.
You can't activate this if you only make an action on the field.
Are you stuck on that one? Are you stuck on that one?
No, I already read this one. I was reading the trap card.
I mean, we do have Winged Dragon of Ra over here as well somewhere.
Is it a real one?
No.
Damn it.
That's
That's magic cards. I don't know which ones though.
There's
there's
Axguard
Pokemons.
Cavalry and Darkrai.
Yeah.
I summon Darkrai in attack formation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's under your waterfall. That's where.
Oh,
All right, so one of them
Oh, wow.
makes
yeah, that's a
a.
fake one.
Yeah, it is.
One of them wasn't noticed by the guards and gets up behind them
It's actually a pretty good
and
card to be honest. The other side.
just
Oh, yeah, no.
stabs it right into their back. That guard,
Hey, I tried.
yep,
You
certainly did.
can't save them all.
I'm sure that's not fatal.
That's
I'd
not
rather
going
be stabbed
well.
in the front than in the back.
They haven't discovered penicillium yet.
Yeah, that too.
Silly.
You missed all my vital organs.
You don't have vital organs. You don't have vital.
So the one that went
None
down
of them-
is
None of them are
small,
vital.
is a thin, small man with a wispy goatee.
Do we know this person?
I don't know, do you?
I
No one
asked
has
you
really
at the
interacted
table.
with him. But he just straight into him. There
Jeez.
is very little chance that he will survive.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, was he the guy who was like the creepy stalker guy?
No.
Because that's the other guy I have with the description of goatee and thin.
This guy has a black duster on.
Okay.
Should I get? Should I get walking on walls because that's pretty awesome what he's doing right now?
I mean,
Or do I get a giant flaming horse?
ooh.
They'll get there
We
faster.
spend a
Maybe
lot
you
of
should
time in
get-
buildings.
Maybe you should get a coin and flip it.
I mean, we have those.
Yeah.
And then a.
I'll say this: we spend a lot of time in buildings.
Yeah, we do.
Mm.
Especially me.
Mm.
And then one of the people who got out a
Especially when we fall into the
gun
basement.
starts
Yeah.
shooting at another one of the people and misses. At that point, so that's 5, 4. All right.
Oh, hang on.
Oh. I have diamonds.
Yeah.
The guards' turn.
Yay!
AKA, they turn around, pull out with their guns out, and start just pull trigger.
Anyway, I
Blasted.
started blasting.
Yeah.
With Gatling guns? Yes.
Are they trying to avoid the guests or no?
Good question.
Why did
I
you
don't know
ask
if they're
that
terribly
question?
worried about that.
We'll find out with their rolls.
Okay.
You don't ask questions like that.
Those are very
Why
important
didn't you
questions to ask, because otherwise the GM assumes they're not.
You guys invited somebody to the table to ask some hard-hitting questions.
Oh,
These
trust
are
me,
the
these will
questions-
hit plenty hard.
To be fair, Everett is very excited to listen to the report of this as it ends up in the epitaph. Nice.
Sorry, you have to wait for it to go to print.
I'm sure that
Alright.
Everett can get an advance copy if
Shooter
he
number
smiles
1.
cutely enough.
Hits. Shooter number 2. Definitely hits. Miss. 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 Miss.
Damn.
Okay. So, 2 of them hit. The
Fine.
first one
Fine. Deadlands is the horse.
Mm-hmm.
kills.
So close.
The first one kills
I'm a spider.
one
You're a
of
spider.
the waitstaff with the knives. With
I
the
will
knives.
not
The
use that
other
this
one-
round, though.
Needs
Or
more
this,
d6.
Session,
Session. Luckily, I shouldn't have to. And then I can get the horse next time. Next
The
up.
other one kills 2
Or I don't,
of the
because
people.
horse is very,
None of
is
them.
very conspicuous.
None of their shots go into the crowd.
Good.
That's good.
I approve of
We're
that
excellent,
message.
even.
Indeed.
I'm going to
Almost as
continue
miraculous as
avoiding
Everett
that
making
side of the
12 good
room.
decisions in a row.
Mm-hmm.
For real.
Howdy.
Hi.
So, there's a zombie with a lit stick of dynamite.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember. Yeah.
You had a 2 last time.
Yeah, I know, right? That was a great way to end the session.
Mm-hmm.
How was the zombie disfigured? Or how was the person originally disfigured?
They. So it was initially when the Yeti burst out of the cage and just
Yeah.
started laying into people.
Okay, so it's just like a gash across the chest.
A
kind of thing.
massive gash across the chest.
Cool. So that does not affect their performance. So, I actually don't know if I roll for them or not. I don't think it says.
I believe zombie was not intended to be a player.
So, no, it is intended to be a player power.
I was going to say, what am I?
Yeah.
You're a possessed corpse.
Yeah.
Slightly different.
Mhm.
Slightly. Hang on, let me just get control F. Should say zombie.
Standard profile of a human zombie. I believe you do roll for them.
Cool. So yeah, I roll with whatever their abilities are, which I'm assuming they're normie.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably going to be either a D4 or D6 for... Basically, they have been commanded by me to try to get that stick of dynamite as close to the Yeti as they can.
Okay.
So this is either going to be them holding on to it or them trying to shove it in its mouth.
Okay.
It's one of the two.
Pick one.
I'm gonna say try to shove it in its mouth.
Okay.
That'll get them close enough anyway.
All right.
What kind of roll is that gonna be?
That will be athletics.
Wait, is the zombie holding the dynamite externally to their body?
Yeah. They're holding it in their hand.
When you had first said the zombie with the stick of dynamite, for some reason my mind...
You thought just implanted?
I thought that it was just like, it's lit, but you put it inside their corpse while you...
I did not have the time for that.
Well, like, you put it inside the gash, and then you used your paddles to resuscitate them and turn them into a zombie, and that lights it. Like, that's totally where my mind went, and then you're just like, forward!
So you see, I put the paddles on the dynamite, and then I attempt to resuscitate the dynamite. It worked.
Yeah.
The dynamite is now moaning and rolling towards the enemy.
The results were explosive. What do we say that this person's...
even.
What is this person's athletic die?
Their athletic die was... Actually, I think athletics are reset to D4.
So athletics are actually not... I don't believe athletics are effective. Smarts and spirit are.
Okay.
Everything else is kept.
Alright. In that case... Athletics...
Or all physical skills are kept in the afterlife.
Hmm.
You better hope that this was like a marathoner.
That would be nice.
Or actually not a marathoner, a sprinter.
Like a...
We want like somebody who's really good at the 100-meter dash.
No, we're really close to the zombie already. Or to the Yeti already.
Athletics was a D4.
D4. Alright. So this guy is going to try to get as close to the... They're going to try to shove it in the Yeti's mouth and stay as close as they can. And then this is a 6-second fuse, so I'm getting away.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 3. We're going to Benny that for them. Come on.
Just
1 in 4.
Not a D6 also?
No, they're not a hero.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wild card.
Nope. I'm not going to attempt to Benny further. They are not succeeding this.
Alright, so it moans and stumbles towards the Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
It is, while it does reach out with the dynamite stick, kind of like, it doesn't do a good job.
Yeah.
It tries, it fails, it doesn't fall over, but it definitely is farther away from you than it was. It is closer to the Yeti than you.
Well, that is good because I'm going to run towards the door.
Okay. Yeah.
Because, I lit that fuse last round and it's 6 seconds, so...
Mm-hmm. Alright, so that was 4. 3!
I'm a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the only 3?
Yep.
Yes! Alright, I'm dealing with the devil to cast Blind on the Yeti.
Okay.
You should
So,
make it
spend a
easier
penny.
because it's only got one eye left anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I make my gambling roll, which is, I have Blind open on Messenger as well as my character sheet, so we'll screenshot that. I had this all set up and planned out.
Nice.
I fucked it up at the end.
Oh,
Aw.
not so nice.
Also, Gil, I sent you OMG squared in 2/3 because I didn't know that my keyboard could do that.
Ah, thank you.
I just got excited.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad it wasn't...
Yes, gambling is a D10.
I'm glad it wasn't 2/3 of an OMG squared.
Yeah, right. I can't do that math right now. Die went off the table, so I'm doing it again.
I feel like an OMG squared
did
would
not
be,
succeed.
honestly,
Oh no, I didn't get a
potentially
good
an
gambling
interesting
roll.
number.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. Right? This isn't where it goes bad.
No.
High roller means I always get. Wait, I didn't succeed on my gambling roll. Shit.
Oh yeah, no, you...
Oh, no.
So that's just 5 cards.
Really? No, it is.
Yeah.
This is not my spell backfiring.
No, that would...
That's when you fail the spell casting roll with double ones.
Fantastic.
That can
So,
kill you.
I do have high roller, so I do get 6 cards.
Okay.
I was just looking
Or
this up, and it's actually way more
spec.
lethal than the card against this.
How many PowerPoints do I need for this? I only need 2 PowerPoints, which is good because I drew 1 ace. I have a 2 of hearts, a 3 of clubs, a 10 of clubs, a jack of hearts, a queen of spades, and an ace of diamonds.
Uh-huh.
This is the worst hand. Wait, that's only 6 cards, damn it. This is the worst hand I've drawn. I do have an ace, though. That's my 2 PowerPoints.
Mm-hmm.
So we just sneak in.
Okay.
Well, that was close.
Let me double check. Blind.
Blind's
Near
good stuff.
complete blindness with a raise. Success means the victim suffers a -2 penalty to all actions requiring sight. -4 with a raise. The victim automatically tries to shake off the effect with a vigor roll as a free action at the end of his following turns. Success removes 2 points of penalties, and a raise removes the effect entirely. So I just cast this at that basic level.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's time for my spell casting roll, which is a D8 and my D6. And if this is the one that can backfire badly, I need to upgrade that.
Okay.
4 on the D6, so I succeed.
Yes, you do.
Woo!
All right. How does it happen?
So after casting Entangle, I'm already a bit worried about the profile that I am generating for myself, even among the chaos in the room. Bart is very concerned about his privacy. But after the carnage that the Yeti wrought on its first turn, we're comfortable taking some chances regarding kind of visibility. So Bart's gonna kind of quick look to see if anybody is looking directly at him. When they're not, he just brings his hands together, and what seems like a really loud clap and a flash of light happens just in front of the Yeti's one good eye, blinding it.
Okay. It is not happy, understandably.
Very understandable, in fact.
So Morgan
I don't
actually
like when my
is
debuffs are stacking up either.
very suspicious of Bart.
Yeah. Roll me a notice roll. Bart, roll me a stealth roll.
Can I make a case for performance?
Yes.
I feel that because I already know that I am in front of people, I'm choosing my actions based on what I think people will see when they're watching me.
Okay.
Where stealth is attempting to prevent people from seeing me in the first place.
All right. Try performance.
I love that.
Thank you. That's a D6, not a D4.
Right.
That's a critical fail.
Critical fail.
Oh, boy!
I got an 8.
Out of my life will never be the same.
So you.
My Gerber rule.
Stop stealing the scene, man.
Everyone.
He's
My proposition is that it
choosing to
blinds,
be
bystanders.
suspicious in front of someone who is suspicious of
Of
him.
course he is. Why
He's
would
stealing
he?
the scene from the guy running down the building in bright orange, firing his gun. I've got a performance going on here, man.
So that clap is extra loud and makes many heads turn towards you.
Yep.
No, you succeeded on the spellcast, so it does still blind the Yeti. It doesn't make the Yeti turn away from the blinding.
No, I don't know how much everybody else is going to notice. Morgan in particular was already suspicious and would already have been looking for it. Although, yes, we're also watching that because what the fuck? That's going to make an excellent story.
So my proposition is that a regular fail would have been that Morgan Pennyfeather noticed. A critical fail is that, the host of the party notices.
That's a good one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
I like where you're going with that, Dave.
Yup. Okay, so you don't know if anyone noticed. You think that you got away with it.
I'm very sneaky, as you know.
Oh, yeah. So sneaky. The sneakiest. Alright, so with that, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I am gonna have to leave, so my plan, was for Bart to cast that, because I don't have a lot of combat ability right now outside of dealing with the devil, which feels risky. So my plan was for Bart to cast that second, do that second deal with the devil to limit the Yeti as much as possible before joining in the evacuation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, ostensibly helping to direct people, but very much
fucks
going
up
with the
real
flow of
bad and
people
goes, maybe I shouldn't be here. Bye, guys!
Oh shit, everyone's looking at me. That way! Exit stage left.
The Madagascar penguins, you don't see anything.
Yep.
Everyone's looking at me. No, they aren't.
I mean, they won't be looking at him in just about a second or two.
Yep. Alright. So, I hope that...
The guy with the wispy beard is just kind of slowly removing his knife and kind of looking weirdly at.
Just takes out knife, starts menacing towards...
Can you imagine, like, the guy being killed by this knife, looking over, like, cringed.
Yeah, really cringe, man.
Man, I may die.
I'm out.
That guy died.
At least I'm not going out like him.
That was the wrong moment to try and take a drink.
So, with that, it's the Yeti's turn. So with this, a vigor roll was said.
We've been...
Yes.
Like, the whole party has wailed so much on this Yeti that I forgot that it was going to have a turn.
Not
It does have 2
I'm
more bullets.
interested to
in
see
it.
how much we've actually
It does
done.
have 2 more bullets in it. That's progress.
Yeah.
Hopefully-
You said a success shakes it off?
Yeah.
Let
At the end
me
of its
double
turn,
check that,
though.
but I believe I did say that.
It makes that vigor roll at the end of its action, though.
End of its action.
Yeah.
Okay. In which...
It says it gets an automatic vigor roll to shake it off as a free action at the end of its following turns. Success removes 2 points of penalties. And, yeah, my success was a -2 penalty, so it only needs 1 success to shake off the blind.
Okay. In that case, it will... I guess it will just blindly swing about.
Uh-oh.
But it's still entangled as well, remember?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It isn't moving, but it does manage to hit the zombie.
Oh dear.
Where does the zombie go?
Let's find out.
So that feels fair.
Let's find out how far it goes.
Oh, no. I propose a roll to see if it knocks the dynamite out of the zombie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does the zombie drop the dynamite?
Planted.
Depends on how hard
He hits the zombie so hard the arm with the dynamite just falls in place.
No. He hits the zombie so hard the zombie goes flying into the crowd.
So
Or
he
another cage.
Yeah.
the Yeti does manage to hit it away. It hits it towards the wall where JR is running down.
You are gonna give us such a show, JR. Hot damn.
Yep.
And then it tries to... I guess it tries to break out of the containment. Jesus fucking Christ.
It doesn't?
It doesn't.
Does it stop being blinded?
That is an excellent question. Yes.
Oh. Suppose it had to succeed at something.
Yeah, it's...
Fails
It
to
rolled
stand.
really well last time.
Other than the time it
We'll
tried to
take the
scare
victories
me.
as they come.
Yes.
Fails the piloting skill check.
Alright,
succeeds
Sam.
the random check.
As is the way.
Okay.
I missed,
So-
I missed where
Okay,
the
guys,
dynamite is in this.
I'm gonna mute my microphone. I'm gonna stay in the call and listen until I get to the restaurant. And I will say goodbye at that time.
Okay.
Okay.
So, the courtyard, Yeti is stuck in the center.
Okay.
The zombie is tottering towards it.
Uh-huh.
Facing towards the Yeti, it hits it off to the right.
Okay, and the dynamite went with the zombie.
Correct.
Alright, that was the part that I missed.
It was a pretty fresh corpse.
And then it explodes.
Well,
And then it explodes.
it's just more like if you get whacked hard enough,
So
typically
it's 3d6
typically
for
you
dynamite.
drop whatever you're holding.
4d6.
No,
This is
there's
good
There's a
dynamite.
possibility that your muscles could tense up.
Yeah.
Rigor mortis.
yeah.
Well,
Rigor
no.
mortis sets in after
No.
a couple of hours.
No, Starry, rigor mortis is a heroic edge. Like, there's no way this corpse has that.
What does that do?
Really? And how do we learn this?
Oh boy.
Being a corpse.
Yeah,
That is
by having a
possessed.
demonic entity possess your dead body.
I mean,
Fascinating.
how fresh is the question?
I mean, it was literally just killed.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it was
So-
a tiny person, it would have to be faster, but not that fast.
Yeah.
For those,
The-
Hamster, yes.
a
Human, no.
hole has been blown. Well, there was a door there. There is now shattered glass and a hole there, and the wood around it has caught fire.
Where does that go into?
It goes into one of the side halls.
Damn, I was gonna
Is
say
it
I was
because the
standing there.
dynamite went off?
Yes. Also, the cages on either side have been damaged.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is the this
Lion
is the
and-
outer wall. I thought this was
No.
the inner wall.
Bat and spider.
McFuck that.
This is man bat and just very large spider, if I recall the
Yes.
creatures. Okay.
Okay, so the zombie got hit off to the side
That spider
of
was
the
boring.
wall of
In-
the house.
in the
It's like the
courtyard,
most
yes.
boring
So
thing
it went
here.
through-
Incredibly huge.
There
That
is
is
some
actually
wood
quite
above
interesting.
it around
Compared
where
to
you
everything
are.
else in this
Okay.
courtyard?
No,
It doesn't
the line
get
is
you.
Right.
It's
But
tied with
there
the
is
lion
now
at the very-
fire below.
Good. Oh yeah, I forgot that there's
Even
just a
better.
fucking lion.
Yeah, there's a normal lion. The
It's just
spider is
It's just-
huge.
it's
The-
just a
the-
lion.
it's the spider is huge and has a weirdly accurate human skull on its thorax.
Yep.
Mhm.
We're not gonna get into that.
So with that, back to Everett.
The search for the bathroom.
Congratulations, you've just finished.
No, he found the bathroom.
I know.
Very much.
Sort
You
of.
did. So as you finish and you're shaking, you hear boom,
Details not
and
needed.
the house shakes.
Great. Okay, so my options are I'm not on the same floor as the courtyard, correct?
Huh?
Yeah, you are.
No, you aren't.
Oh, he's not.
You are on
I
the
am
second
the
floor.
same as
The courtyard is on the first floor.
Oh, I didn't realize
Right.
that I was
Rich
all the way
versus
down on the
mansion.
first floor.
Forgot about that.
This
I
is
thought
the
there were more
first floor
floors.
courtyard, not the third floor courtyard.
Well, since I'm on the same floor as the courtyard,
No, you are not.
No, you see, one day I
You're
want to
above
build this
Yes.
above
Who's
Detroit.
on
I am
first?
the floor above the courtyard.
And this is just my way of testing if it'll work.
Okay, so I would like to attempt to find myself a window, much like the one that I had upstairs, through which to view the courtyard.
Okay.
I'm assuming that there is a room in a vaguely similar position.
There is in fact not.
Oh,
So exiting the pantry, you are treated to another long hallway, at the end of which are two ornate double doors. To your left is that small door, and a little bit farther down is a heavier duty door. And that's all you can really see from this position.
Are any of them vaguely in the direction of the gunfire, explosions, and screaming?
They are not. They are, in fact, on the opposite wall from which those sounds are emanating.
And how long would it take for me to get back to the window JR started wall running from?
It would take 2 turns.
2 whole turns. Yeah, since there doesn't seem to be a way to get a Overwatch on the courtyard from this floor, Everett's gonna head back to the last known place that he could do Overwatch in yet another boring coin toss.
Okay.
Wow, your coin is shockingly sane.
Yeah, well, the head was gonna be to plow right through those ornate double doors. So, just to let you know, the ends of the spectrum here, that Everett could be doing very stupid things because he's literally insane.
Mm-hmm. He
He's
continues.
just not.
Everett
funny
continues
part-
to be boring.
The funny part is that, outside of his knowledge, it's probably a pretty sensible thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's definitely no... At this point, the guards inside the house are not looking for party crashes.
Nope. All right, so he heads back up. As you get to the top of the stairs, you do hear the gunfire, and you do hear some...
At what point does he smell the smoke?
Not yet. He is on the opposite, well, not the exact opposite corner, but the opposite wall.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Happened. Yeah. So you go upstairs, and the hallway that you see in front of you, not the hallway that you had come from, but the one with the other doors on it, one of them is ajar, and you see light coming from it.
Wait, so this is back on the floor I left JR?
Yes, on the 3rd floor, you exit the
Okay.
stairs, and in front of you is a hallway of doors that you did not go down. And to your left is
Right,
where
the
you
hallway
came
full
from.
of doors.
Huh?
Right, the hallway full of doors.
Correct. One
And you
of
said
them,
one of them light coming from it now?
one of them is ajar, like it has opened a little bit and some light is streaming through.
Tails again. We continue towards on the plan.
Okay then. In that case, we'll head back to the rest of the battle.
Guys, I
Well,
changed
so-
my mind a bit.
Am I appearing now, or can I appear in the middle or at the end of that last turn?
This will be you have your knives, and you will be dealt in. You will appear this turn.
Okay.
Pass it down.
And what was that you were saying, Mal?
If my character when the cases broke off the canvas mine, since the cover's already blown, he's fine casting bolts with finger guns in order to keep people safe. Because, I can still some damage. So just spend all my power points on bolts on, whatever the nearest enemy is, and then Bart will evacuate.
How many power points do you have left?
Do you have my character? I should have 10. I haven't. I've only dealt with the devil since the start of the party. That's spell.
Fair enough.
And you said you were going to use
They're
bolt,
Hunter.
Bolts, yeah.
so that is one. Oh,
It's like 1 power point.
1 power point each.
Unless you want to use the extra
Great.
strength
Bang,
one.
bang, 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 bang.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I will deal you in then. All right. So, Jokers. Okay.
Huh.
Somebody
Okay.
got a joker.
Yup. At this point, the waitstaff, 5 of them have pulled out guns.
Cool.
The rest have revealed very scary knives and have begun assaulting the guards.
Less cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Apparently, jokers can go when they want in the round, in the initiative order.
Mm-hmm.
I
These
mean,
guys
so
are
you
just-
could call them out first, and then just.
I mean, I don't
put
see
them-
why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
First,
Yeah.
But
You may
They
wanna hold
can,
your action
yes,
for
but
something.
also these guys.
yeah, no, like
They
was
want. They
more
want to
of
go
a-
to town.
it was more of a I came across this information while I was scrolling through the rulebook.
my
Not
stalking.
they should wait.
I mean, I left. I took my Pikmin and I left.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That might be what I do.
Ah, cowards.
I don't think I've
I'm
left the
jump-
room. I just
running
I'm
down
just.
the
Actually,
building
it's a
I
big
was
room.
talking to you.
fire.
I'm talking
No,
to these two.
yeah. Look, if I can't explode it, Specs isn't built for this.
Oh,
What
I
are
really
you
want
going-
you to be not here when I start going to town.
Yeah, it's like, what are you going to do with a reporter who has pacifism?
Shout at them. I said vicious mockery.
That's true. That's true.
Vicious
Actually,
mockery was used,
I
and
think,
now a lot
I
more
think
people
that
are
Lester
dying.
and Morgan are going to enjoy getting into screaming matches just because the two of them love drama.
You probably.
So what do we feel about the read on this? Do we want to worry about the owner of the mansion?
I mean, my read on it is I'm taking care of the person I came here for.
Okay, yeah, you have that.
Uh-oh.
Where are they? Are they
I'm
being
about to.
menaced?
That is
Last witnessed by Bart, actually.
no last witness by me. Like
The
when,
owner of the,
when
Oh, wait.
No,
when the
they're-
Yeti broke out, I
they're
was still
VIP.
with them.
Yep.
So I just went, "Hey, I'll be right back," and left
With,
to go
wait,
get my knives.
with your charge?
All right,
or
guys,
with
I'm
the
out. Have a good
host
night.
of-
Let me know
Alright.
how it ends.
No,
Have
with
a
my
good one.
charge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I thought that
Time
Steve and I
for
were talking.
damage.
oh boy.
Damage.
DiMaggio.
Yeah, we'll just do. One of them rolled 3 6s and then a 4 to hit.
That person might be dead.
Whoever they're aiming at, yeah.
Hey, as long as it's not me, they get a -1 if they're shooting me.
True. Fast.
Dodge.
I mean, yeah, you're fast.
Okay. Alright, so. Damage.
I have a total of 2 non-harrowed abilities. They were the 2 abilities I had, and then I died.
You need to remember that I don't know the rules of this game and have not made time to read the rule book, despite having at this point had ample time to do so.
Neither have I.
So, so you're saying I have 2 non-heralded abilities, and I'm like, I have heard each one of those words individually before.
They're just normal abilities. You can find them in the normal rulebook, not even the Deadlands rulebook.
So he's got 2 abilities that don't require him to be dead already.
Yeah.
That is the tin in which I believe the semantic meaning is found, and that is the meaning I got from it, but it doesn't mean anything to me mechanically.
I mean, it doesn't really mean anything to me
Stop.
either mechanically, because
19.
herald abilities are just.
I guess it's a good thing
It's
I'm
like-
not here yet.
It's like saying I've got several non-undead feats.
Yeah, you weren't hired
It's
to guard the Duster
information
people,
that's
right? You
useful.
were hired to
Like,
guard a different party
No, it was the Yakuza people.
13.
that are being attacked
They're
right
not
now.
the guards. The guards and the Yakuza people are 2 different people.
Okay, yeah. So the Yakuza are not being attacked.
I mean, they're probably being attacked by the monsters.
Yeah, but that's different.
They're
that's
not being
whatever is
stabbed
going
by,
on over there.
They're not being stabbed by the ritual people.
Yeah, so it's not your problem.
5.
Well, hopefully.
Oh, fun. Dragons are wild cards.
No.
That's what
Dragons are a wild card.
Yeah.
That they
Whales
are.
are there
You know what's a-
dragons
that
in
makes
this deck?
sense.
You know what's a fun fact? I reread the horse rules, and I really should have went with it because I was hemming and hawing because I was like, everyone's gonna know I'm a herald if I have a flaming fucking horse with me. Turns out it's only flaming when it comes out of the portal. It turns into a regular jacked horse, and it's also a wild card.
So it's just a strong horse, or like, what do you...
Strong. I'm just being funny.
Okay.
So,
well,
I'm just gonna say this
maybe a
guy's
jacked horse
fucking
means something
dead.
specific with regards to your
Yeah,
undead
from
horse.
from what I heard over there was all the dice clattering. I'm just
Yeah,
assuming that
People
whatever,
die.
whatever the fuck happened, they've just turned into a sponge.
At this point, I had more to roll.
Jeez.
They had at least 6 times 8,
Yeah, that's 48. That's 48.
plus 5.
2.
uh,
Excuse you.
52, 53, and then there was another 2 6s on that.
Oh, you're trying to cast on against it.
So yeah, that guy is just fucking dead.
Yep.
He's a mist.
Well, no, was he getting
Popular
shot
too,
or was he
so
getting
it's great.
stabbed?
He was just getting stabbed.
Oh.
Okay, so the hole is somehow larger than the knife.
Basically, what happened was one of the
Stabbed and then
overzealous waitstaff went in and just kind of drilled it into this man. He died screaming. It was terrifying. Everybody who's on
Hey, Mars.
hello,
Oh,
everyone who is on who witnessed this. Everyone, make me a notice roll.
I'm not here.
You aren't.
All right.
Man, I'm glad Specs doesn't notice things. Yeah, Specs doesn't notice things.
I got a 1.
I have a
Could
7.
have been a 9, but no, I got a 1.
11,
JR
13.
JR
You got a
is
7?
very
Yes.
focused
Make
on
me a
on
fear
running
check
down
from how visceral this
free.
is.
God, I'm glad I don't notice things.
This is a spirit roll.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. This is when having high notice is maybe not as great.
Yep.
I have also a 7.
A 7? Yeah, no, you're fine. Like, you're not fine, but you can stomach this.
That was
Your investigative journalism has taken you places. This might be the most gruesome murder that you've witnessed, but there have been things that you have seen.
I literally hung out with, like, who were they for a year?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure that they didn't do nice things.
Also, you have written for the tombstone long enough that you have seen some of the things that are out there. You witnessed a disembodied hand run rampant through town attempting to kill a blacksmith.
I could have chosen that edge.
yeah.
To be able to have your hands go around,
Yep.
you need to be responsible with that kind of thing.
Well, I'm not using that. I'm at least trying to make myself look like a normal person.
All right,
No funny business.
Oh, plenty of funny business.
so that was
That was Joker.
yep. That was the waitstaff. That was Joker, Ace, King.
It's
Now you were
because
king.
it's because I'm both.
Mhm.
Exactly. Yas, King.
Hey, Ace King.
Okay.
Oh,
King.
No, an Ace
who was
King.
this? This
That's
was
me.
the guards. So the guards also got a king.
Oh, I thought that was Mouse.
I had
This one?
Yeah.
diamonds. I
Okay.
think.
Yes.
That was Mal's. All right. I believe Aces. God damn it, we had this down, but it's been forever since
What?
combat. What the order is?
For it's spades, hearts, diamonds, clubs.
Okay, so
Clubs are bad.
Aces, spades go first. So Mal will now just start
Unload.
pulling.
And that's a completely normal thing to do, not magical at all.
Well, so
Depends
he
on.
is like he doesn't actually just pull out the finger guns and just go Rambo style.
He pulls out an actual gun.
No, he didn't have one.
Oh, right, not this time.
No, because
so
you can't bring weapons to this
Yeah.
party, and it would have said so on the invitation that he read.
Yeah.
what he ends up doing is taking
I knew
out
reading was a bad skill to have.
is taking out
Why do you think Dave didn't take it?
what appears to be a derringer. What appears to be a derringer, and kind of points it at the monster and pulls the trigger.
Is a derringer a type of firearm?
Yes.
I think it's the tiny
is a-
two-shot pistol, right?
Yes, it is a small 2-shot pistol.
And fires a lot more than 2 shots.
We'll see.
Where was he keeping that?
Excellent.
What do you
question.
mean? It's tiny. Like, you could fit it in a sleeve.
It's like
Well,
a-
I was making a, like, where was she keeping that joke?
And my mind immediately went to Doctor Who.
Ha. So that was 11.
I'm not gonna make that joke.
Which
Yeah, the joke is not necessary.
No, we've made the
Jokes are
reference.
not
That's-
usually necessary.
with 11 is 2 raises. So the monster. So that was 1. The pulling out was a different one. Okay, so the monster. He pulls it out, fires, and doesn't like. Some of the fluff comes off. It was not exactly well aimed. Missed.
Did he
Fire.
fire more bullets than should have fit
Nope,
in such a tiny
Just
gun?
one this time.
Just one this time?
And I
Okay.
fired, and I missed.
Then I fired and I missed. Then I fired and I missed.
So, Gil, it suggests the way to remember them might be that it's in reverse alphabetical order.
Ah, wonderful. I can't wait to forget it.
So,
Yeah, didn't notice.
Okay.
clubs are closest to A, so they're last.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Alright,
think of it as
so
a game.
now it is
Same.
your
Bad
turn.
science
Yeah.
fails if you get a club.
Okay, so I finish out my last turn after trying to, like, warn about, like, the knife situation by,
My
like...
turn? I leave.
I was trying to take my Pikmin to the other side of the room. We've established that I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Like, so now we are not just trying to avoid the Yeti, but we are also trying to avoid whatever the fuck.
Unfortunately, no matter how many guests you throw at the wall, they will not start bashing it down with their heads.
Tragic.
Yep.
They are probably about as useful as Pikmin as well. So, we're trying to Pikmin our way out of the room and away. I don't really remember how big the room is, only that it's big, and it probably takes a while to do that.
All right. Yeah.
So I'm trying to herd them away
Mm-hmm.
and out of danger, and I'm not about to engage with the Yeti because I'm a pacifist. And I'm not about to engage with whatever the fuck that was.
You're a pacifist.
I have to lean into it because it's the one hindrance I have that is actually going to be appropriate in this situation.
No, you
And
could be
Tim,
curious about Bart. and
You're
just-
a Herod.
I
Well,
was
I'm
curious
suspicious.
about Bart. I watched him do the fucking
She's
magic.
suspicious.
So I'm balancing being curious about Bart
Mhm.
with also trying to herd the Pikmin away.
Fair enough.
So
Make me a performance roll.
does it have to be performance, or can I use persuasion?
Yeah, I'll let you use persuasion.
Yeah, I get to use
A
it.
case of let's not go that way. Guns are that way.
There's fire over
I
there.
got a 6.
Okay. So you got a 6.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that people are willing to be convinced.
They in fact are. They are very willing to follow a person who appears to know what they are doing.
away from the guns, fire, and murder.
Yep,
Ooh,
and explosions.
that's even
And
better.
monster.
I
Yeah.
love it when they're going away from
Monsters.
the thunder and murder.
The monster. Zzz.
Yeah, so I'm
Okay.
herding the Pikmin away.
Okay.
I know that I'm supposed to call them guests, but like I got the idea in,
No,
in
it's
my head.
it's fine.
They're Pikmin in this case, yeah.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you would like to do?
I don't really know what my options would be. I didn't bring a fucking camera. I didn't.
You couldn't
You
bring a
could
camera?
try and
No.
They specifically said no cameras allowed, and
Yeah.
they would have checked.
You,
I
they did
can't
in
be-
fact
Could have
check.
tried to hide it.
Look, they might not have checked under
but-
Spex's skirt, but I'm a reporter.
A majority of people in here did try to smuggle weapons in.
Mhm.
2 of them succeeded because they weren't searched.
It's honestly shocking how many weapons were smuggled in.
Yep.
Yeah, if they thought that I had any film on me, they would have checked under my skirt.
Mm.
All right. So, with that, I mean, you could
Also, cameras in the era are hard to hide.
probably like attempt. You said that you wanted to draw the monsters.
I do have drawings of the monsters
Okay.
that I did last time.
Do you perhaps want to try and commit this scene to memory?
Whoa.
Maybe like try and remember the action that is going on so that you could draw it later for.
Yes. I would like to try and do that. I'm not actually sure. Like, mechanically, not super sure what my options are.
Mm-hmm.
Happy to take suggestions.
I would.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
I would say. Okay, so what skills do you have again?
I have
Skills?
notice, occult, common knowledge, persuasion, shooting, research, stealth, and I have a D4 in athletics, which probably means it's not trained.
I will give you a notice roll. -2.
That is very fair of you.
That's what they call him. Fair Gill.
That is a 5.
A 5. Don't forget, bennies are made to be spent.
Mm.
And you do get to keep whichever result you want.
I'm going to take you up on this offer because you reminded me that I have them. I wasn't staring directly at them, so I forgot. The higher of the two is a 7.
A 7 result?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Because 9 minus 2 is 7.
yes. Alright. You commit this to memory as best you can. You don't think you got everything right, but you will definitely remember the general positions of things. You might not remember who was where and what specific people were doing, but you have a thing to go off
Oh, I'm going to have plenty to go off of when I
Oh, yeah.
write this down.
of. Mm-hmm. Alright, so that was kings, queens, jacks, 10s, 9s, 8s, 7.
Jesus.
Oh wait, no,
Oh,
sorry.
wait.
8!
8s.
I have 8 as well.
Diamonds.
I have spades.
And as we have learned, spades are further from 80, so
They
therefore
are.
you get to go first.
It's the Yeti's turn.
Hey, he's still trapped.
Well, we'll
God.
see how that goes. D12.
Theoretically, eventually he's got to escape.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
So 11. So he does the remains of the cage that were encased around his legs, making sure they couldn't move. He reaches down and kind of wrenches them apart, and with a roar, starts just charging at you. You have dealt the most damage to this beast. Yeah, it starts going at you.
Alright. It's
That is-
just running at me. Okay.
Well,
That's
it
its
took
turn.
the time to
Yup.
action, rip its way out, move towards you.
Yup.
Yep.
Alright. So. I'm going to. Hey Dave, can you flip your coin for me?
Okay.
Can you flip your coin for me?
No, he said sure thing.
Sure thing.
Okay.
Another tails.
Dang.
This
Your
well,
coin
ain't-
is a fuddy-duddy, sir.
Well, ain't this just the responsible party?
I mean, it involves me not jumping onto the Yeti's head, so yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Everett decided to head back to where he knew everything was, not go charging off in random directions.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently the Kennedy's $50 coin is quite responsible.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I've got 3 more rounds of this.
So I need to find a way off this wall.
No, I don't need to find a way off this wall yet.
I mean, in all
you
honesty,
say?
Indeed.
in all honesty, you're probably safer on the wall.
I back up
Mm-hmm.
the wall
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and I'll fire my gun twice again. So -1 total. That's a raise. That's a 5. Yeah, I'll take it. So that's a hit. So the first one is 3 dice. 6. 7 damage.
Hmm.
The second one, -1 die. That explodes. That explodes.
Reroll it.
Oh, okay. I only rolled the
You
base.
rolled 2. 2 base, and then...
So I re-roll the 2 base.
Yes.
6, 7 damage again.
Alright. So your shots this time aren't as effective as your previous one was.
Yup.
It's roaring and appears to be... Like, it has your scent.
Yeah,
It sees you and
it does. I've got its
Starts-
attention.
appearing to look around for something.
And I've got its attention, so that is fine with me.
Yep. So that was 8s.
Yep.
7s. 6.
Yep.
So you come rushing back from the coat check. While you were there, you heard a roar,
Neat.
heard some shattering glass, and the house shook.
Nice.
Yeah. Looking out the window, the Yeti, you see the Yeti free itself and start running at a wall. A wall that appears to be on fire.
Oh. I wonder why he's running over there.
Oh, I forgot to... Oh, whoops.
Who was supposed to go? The guards?
No,
Is it Bart?
no.
No, the other monsters.
Yes. They got really good.
Wow!
I'm very fine with them not going this turn.
Oh, they'll go. They're holding their cards.
Yeah, sure. That
Yeah,
works.
no, it works with that, yeah.
Dave, they got a Joker and an Ace.
Could you pass me the Deadlands book? Not the one on top, the one on the bottom.
So my first priority would be identifying the location of my compatriots. Not these people.
Make me a dice roll.
Well, I
your,
would
your
know...
Yakuzos.
Can I argue getting a plus because I know their general location I left them?
I will give you a +2. No, +1.
Okay.
Chaos has happened.
That's fine. That's enough to get a 4.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to locate them. They are
What is between me and them?
a group of
Oh, dear Lord.
whatchamacallit?
Hmm?
A group
Yeah.
of waitstaff
Paranoia.
that are
Great.
Oh yeah, no.
a group of waitstaff.
Fantastic art.
Do I see their
Yeah.
knives?
You got a 4?
Cool. I'm gonna dash straight through them.
Okay.
I'm sure that's gonna go great.
I'm pretty sure it will. They're in the middle of fighting other people.
Yep.
What is your dodge?
My parry?
Yeah.
7.
Okay. Few of them take swipes at you.
Yeah, I figured. I will make note of that.
Remember you? Remember you? Got your face.
I feel like if there was
Like, I
blood on the
literally
ground,
took
like
it.
you could probably use that to be like a slide.
Oh no, I've done this, just like sneaking through people and using it to intimidate them. So yeah, I make it to the group and I assess their situation.
Mm-hmm. So you make it to them. Oh my God! Thank God you're here.
I feel like the title of the
What's
is
happening?
Well,
I feel like
I don't know as
worse
much.
than Mirren.
I probably know less than you do, but we need to probably get you out of here.
Yes, please.
Then I will identify the closest exit,
The closest exit is behind you.
like where I came from.
No. So the group is off in not quite the corner with the Nosferatu in it,
Mhm.
but they are around that area. So there is a door facing towards them. There's a door to your left and a door to your right. The door to your left leads back into the area you know. The door to your right is where the waitstaff was coming from.
Okay. What's and which one's closer, the left or the right?
Just so
The
you
right
know,
one.
It's like whatever that exit is where the Pikmin have been trying to go. I was not smart enough to ask you where the exit is. I just said I was trying to get them out. So
You are
So there's
attempting
a
to get
massive
through the
crowd of
same
people.
exit as...
yeah,
Okay.
so like
Then I will
wherever
lead her-
he's trying to go is
Okay.
also going to have the Pikmin parade in it.
Then in that case, I'm going to take the other exit. Who is between me and that exit?
a couple more of the waitstaff.
Cool. Can I make it to? Are they close enough to be stabbing distance between each other?
They haven't noticed you. They are very much intent on the individuals they are attacking.
I will reiterate.
There are also 2 other gentlemen that are kind of by that door.
Well, okay. The closest ones are more important right now.
Mhm.
Are they close enough for me to stab both of them if I'm standing in one spot?
Yes.
Then I will do that.
Okay.
Which one's your favorite?
2.
Number 2?
Yeah.
The first attack goes to the second guy first. I got a 4.
Okay.
I don't know if that beats his parry, but I don't know if flat-footed matters.
I mean, I don't really know if he's flat-footed, but
He did mention he didn't notice me.
he was paying attention to some other guy. But yeah.
That's a lot better.
What was he? 4?
The first one was 4.
Yeah, he, like, while he is moving around the person he's trying to attack, your attack misses him.
Okay.
And,
The second one's a 9. Which-
yup! Roll damage.
If that didn't hit, I'd be very surprised. Let's see. Strength plus damage. Sweet.
Mhm.
21?
Dead.
Is that what it was?
How do you kill this individual? How do you kill this one?
Oh boy. They're wearing cloaks, right?
No, they're dressed up in pretty, like,
They're
normal.
waitstaff.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
A vest, a bow tie.
I think I was a little confused by the wispy, bearded man.
Oh,
He's
his
not.
description.
He was a completely different guy, I thought.
yeah, he was
Okay.
one of the guards.
Oh, he was one of the guards. The guard that got stabbed. Okay.
One of them. The other guard that got stabbed.
Because unfortunately, that isn't a unique identifying feature anymore.
Sadly.
No.
Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows it down?
I mean, I don't think the waitstaff have really gotten stabbed yet. They've gotten shot at.
So the
Yeah.
one guard
I'm talking
who
about the
got
guard that got stabbed.
viscerally destroyed. In fact, there is a very large man with the. You know that man that checked your group's invitation?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's in waitstaff clothing now?
No.
Or he's a guard?
he's dead.
Oh, sad,
He's
man.
very bloodily dead.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, like I'm talking. You know how your throat
Shit.
was cut?
Shit.
You know how your throat was cut?
Yes.
This is worse.
Wait, is this Arthur Chapdenfield? Like,
I
his,
would-
not him directly, but like his group?
So
No.
I assume
Okay,
that
'cause
means
I'm
like...
trying to
Arthur
keep
is
track-
off to the side.
I'm
Arthur
trying to
is...
keep track of all the classist pricks in my head.
Okay, so Arthur is over by the exit that Lester is trying to get.
Mhm.
Okay.
So I'm going to miss that swipe with my right hand, but then go straight through the back and through the heart of the first person, so that the only thing they see coming out is the end of my dagger.
Okay. Oh. They fall over dead.
Perfect.
Also, now that there are 2 more things out, everyone make me fear checks.
I will also shout to my group that I'm going to attempt to clear a way to that exit,
Okay.
pointing with my dagger.
Hey. What? I got a 7 minus whatever the penalty
Oh,
is
wait,
for
do we have to
this.
roll twice? One for each thing, or just once?
I'm just going to say once.
Okay.
So it is a -2 overall.
Do I get a bonus for being not afraid of the Yeti at all?
No.
Okay.
I'm about to make an argument. I got a 19.
Okay. What is your argument?
Man, don't fear nothing.
Yeah, either my fear is like reduced, or
You
like I take less of a penalty, or
No, you pass.
You pass?
or future.
Oh, not okay. So for any, I will give you that you won't have to make fear checks again in this combat. So if anything else breaks out, you won't have to make a fear check.
Anything else? I can understand if something else broke out, I'd have to make another fear check.
No,
Yeah, but-
you have eyes on all of the supernatural and non-supernatural threats in the area.
Okay then.
I am giving this to you.
I am in combat mode.
I'm assuming I passed with a 5.
Is that with the -2?
That is with the -2.
Then yes.
Yeah.
May I give you 2 bennies to keep the 5 that I rolled,
What?
instead of having the penalty applied to make it a 3?
You could give me 1 Benny to re-roll.
Okay.
Good question, though.
Still learning the.
I don't know how this game works.
Jesus Christ.
I got 2 5s.
Wow! You know what? Spiders are big and scary. Especially when they're big and scary.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Arachnophobia?
I wanted to do it like this. Like, since it was a -2, it would be 1 Benny for each penalty, number
okay, I
penalty.
gotcha.
So that way I would just, have the 5.
So here's the thing.
You only need a 4.
You don't necessarily get a heart attack, a major fear.
The terrible things don't normally happen.
It just happens in this group. Don't worry about it. Let's find out what happens.
So what I was trying to do was bribe you.
Yes.
I got that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I
Okay,
picked up
so
on it, but-
congrats. You have the hesitant endurance for the
Oh,
rest
okay.
of the encounter.
Okay.
Because pull that out.
So
Yeah, we're...
basically because I want to protect my Pikmin,
Yeah.
You're now hesitant.
Indeed.
It makes sense.
I've been playing hesitant this entire fucking encounter.
Well, now you're forced to.
Okay.
It's not gonna be one of those. It's a hindrance, not a not an injury.
Ah.
Those are injuries.
Okay.
Hesitant. Draw 2 action cards. Take the lowest.
Okay.
Except jokers, which may be kept.
Wait, what are action cards?
It's your initiative.
The initiatives.
So when I'm dealing out cards,
Oh,
you get two.
I get 2 of them,
And
and,
you
I
must
go
take the
later in the order.
yes,
Unless you get a joker, in which case you get to just
and then you get to choose when you go.
Okay.
All right. So with that, the bat exits the bat attempts to exit its cage with. Oh geez, I didn't realize it was this strong.
Oh, it's a D12.
Yep.
Oh no.
He's stronger than
Awkward.
It can fly.
So it attempts to break out, but is unable to.
Oh, it's low power. That's why.
Is unable to
Plug
escape the.
No, it's plugged into.
Audio
I had to go get the other
Oh,
cord.
okay, I'm back.
It's unable to escape the wrecked mangle of its cage. It makes progress, but isn't able to get out.
Yeah.
And then it's the spider's turn.
On the bright side, I'm immune to poison.
So the spider
Okay.
also is having trouble getting through the wreckedness of its cage. It makes progress, and like a couple of its legs have escaped, but it's actually, you know what? No, fuck that.
You have bennies.
It's an apple.
I have
Steve.
bennies. Bennies are made
It's
to be
designed
stacked.
to be unhelpful.
This isn't an apple. This is.
I know.
No.
But it is definitely the apple form factor type of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always put it over here.
Yeah. Dave's going on in the corner.
Hey, Dave,
Dave,
how
we're
you
putting
doing?
you in the corner.
You're next to me now. Sorry.
He can't say anything because it's off. There we go. Now it's on.
Dave, we put you in the corner. You're facing the.
Yeah, so, doesn't really get out. Nothing really escapes. But there is... The giant bat thing is definitely making its way out.
Cool.
Yep.
As long as it doesn't try to eat me, I don't mind.
And...
I wasn't asked to stop anything other than the Yeti from escape.
It's true.
And if a rich white dude's, party animal, weird party animals get away.
Wait, have you even seen the host of this party?
No.
Yeah, because he wasn't here. We're invited.
If some white guys...
He's
Just-
some rich guy on the outskirts of the city. Like, maybe he's a rich Asian guy, but like...
Actually, no, you do know that he's South Asian.
Okay. Well, that's even worse. He's South Asian. Korean.
Alright, so that was 6.
Probably Chinese.
Yes.
No, he is definitely not Chinese.
Oh, okay.
5.
I've been headcanoning
Fours?
his canal.
Somehow twice. I'm going to make my way. So, first things first. I'm going to notice the fact that people are being fucking stabbed to death in the corner.
Yep. At
Uh,
this point, it is obvious.
yes.
There was quite a long scream.
Who's the largest? Like, who looks the most important out of this? Can I tell?
Who
Out
wants
of,
a stick of dynamite?
Oh, no, we're not throwing another stick of dynamite at the moment.
of the guards or of the...
Of the stabby dudes.
Nobody really stands out.
Alright, so that's...
Actually, make me a notice roll.
Sure. Specs doesn't notice nothing.
We'll see if that holds up.
Yep.
-2, did you say? Or just
Are you
notice?
untrained? No,
Snows.
you shouldn't be untrained.
I'm trained. So, 4. So I do get...
Yeah, you see none of the waitstaff are really standing out at all, like in any particular way, but there are 2 people in the back who are muttering amongst themselves and appear to... One of them is clutching something under his jacket.
That one. So I'm going to make my way around through the door, and then I'm going to pull out the telescoping hearing horn.
Mm-hmm.
The
Thinking horn.
Yeah, my thinking horn. And
Is that on the Discord sounds because it's turned off? Can we hear Dave through it?
He is currently muted.
Okay.
So yes, but no.
All right.
Yeah.
Apparently I've been muted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had assumed that was for a reason, but...
No, we were all tactically ignoring you.
Well, that would explain some things. So yes, so that one, pull out the telescoping thinking horn, get behind the doorway basically, and listen through a wall. And that skill, what is the opposed check on that again? Savage Worlds, powers.
Mind reading?
Is mind reading. I don't care about there is mind reading.
Tangle.
Whose mind are you trying to read?
Whoever is currently
Mind
concealing something
link.
important.
Mind reading. 2 power points. Mind reading is an opposed roll versus the target's smarts.
You could probably read my mind a lot.
Oh yeah.
Success allows the character gain 1 truthful answer from the subject. Target is aware of the mental intrusion unless the mind reader gets a raise. GM may apply modifiers based on the subject's mental hindrances and current state of mind.
Alright, so let's make these
Busy
rolls.
with stabbing.
And then we'll figure out the exact question that we need answered.
Smarts. What'd you get?
I got a 6.
I got 2 1s.
Oh, never mind. Cool.
So, what you want to know?
Oh boy, let me see here.
1 truthful answer.
1 truthful answer.
Specs yet?
So I'm getting the person that seems the most important in the corner mothering to another person that seems important in the corner, and one of them's concealing something. I think the question that I want answered here, I guess it's just like, why the frick are they targeting these people?
All right. I can't believe Grant lost his knife. God damn it. How will our masters get their sacrifice now? And with all of these people... Who the hell are these people who are shooting? What the fuck is Okay, you know what? We'll make with it what we can. But I swear to fucking God, if Grant disappoints them again... And then it cuts out.
Noted. Alright, A, human sacrifice. B, I have their knife. C...
See, they're just as confused as we are.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Maybe a little bit
If
more.
Grant forgets his knife again, he's gonna be the sacrifice.
Good.
He deserves it.
Also,
I could return it.
actually, no. He doesn't notice.
Mm-hmm. No, he can't notice. He lost.
Yep. No,
He lost
he
hard.
will have noticed anyway.
Eh,
But with the 2 1s, he doesn't notice the intrusion.
cool.
He is a bit too preoccupied with other things.
Be pissed.
This is everything else is already such a big fucking headache.
With a raise,
Mind
he would not have noticed, but he rolled 2 1s. He
Yeah.
critically failed.
Unless the mind reader gets erased, yeah.
I am giving you this
Yep,
one.
yeah, because double fail. Let me see here.
That
Oh, I see
was
right
so
there.
Did I
fucking
not pass
funny.
it to you?
You might have.
I must have.
Yes, you did.
Alright, that's just about... I think that's everything I can do for the turn.
Okay, so now we are moving on to... that was 4, 3, 2... It's the guard's turn.
Yay, the one guard left.
There are still 4.
Yay.
Um,
Hopefully they can help us take care of these menacing waiters.
well, some of them aren't doing too hot. And
There's one guy holding his organs. He's like, oh, I'll be fine. Just get me to a
I mean-
hospital.
so,
You might want to find a field.
one of
surgeon.
them with a glove over his hand is like looking pretty beat up, and the woman with ruby blonde hair who was checking everything beforehand, she has a pretty bad gash above her eye. Okay.
Wait, can it be on one of her eyes? She can get a sick eye patch.
Eye wounds are really bad to like deal with in a fight.
Triangles.
Oh yeah, the eye is definitely not recoverable if you're taking an eye wound with these knives.
All right. So that is that one. That one.
What war crimes?
That one.
Not at war,
you shouldn't
so they
be
can't
using-
be
You
war
shouldn't be
crimes.
using ritual knives for war stuff, so theoretically they're just hideous crimes
Yeah.
rather than war crimes. But fair enough.
What war crime?
What?
Oh shit! I was
There is
doing
no
this
war,
wrong.
so there's no crime.
Let's raise one.
There is no war and crime.
I forgot to factor in rate of fire because it doesn't come in much.
Yeah, it's a minus
These-
2. It's a minus 2 for if you're firing more than one bullet
It's
Okay.
just
per shot.
But it gives you multiple shots in a turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that means these people are definitely going full fucking auto.
I love that you can get a rate of fire of 6, which is just 50 rounds.
Jesus.
Well, this person didn't do that well.
When were guns invented that could move bullets that fast?
Good question. Not right.
Magic.
Well, when did the Gatling gun?
Gatling gun is earlier than this.
Gatling gun is in the system.
Yeah,
It's like
Gatling gun.
1840s, I think.
1861.
61.
Yeah.
No, it was something one. It was around this era.
However, the original Gatling gun was not that.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Wait, so
But a mad scientist Gatling
Well,
gun.
Well, also,
in
volley
real
guns did
life,
exist before now. So
when
as
was
long
that?
as
18.
all those shots are simultaneous
1860?
rather than
automatic.
No,
sequential.
1886.
That's when
That's where we
machine
are.
guns
Gatling
were
gun had a
invented.
rate of fire up to 200 rounds per minute.
That's what I thought. It
Wait,
was.
when was that, Dave?
1861.
Really?
1861.
Yeah, you gotta
The
crank.
original.
You gotta have a good crank arm, but
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like
See, this is why I asked, because I wanted to learn something today, and now I have.
Yeah.
perfect.
All right, so
It's a
2
Harry
more.
Turtledove comes in again for me.
Okay, you killed one person.
Does the other one I missed die?
No.
If he's in melee with it, doesn't that have a chance of missing and striking him?
I'm not worrying about it right
Okay.
now. I have a lot of shit to keep
Alright.
track of.
You did make this scenario yourself.
I did.
You have
I did this.
you have
Characters
evil
in
Pikmin
melee.
to manage.
Can be hit by people shooting into that melee.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Isn't it if they roll 1s or 2s?
I think so.
So none of them rolled a 1 or a 2.
Good.
Okay.
Glad they didn't roll that poorly.
What the? I somehow got cream cheese onto my pants today in 2 locations.
Congratulations.
I don't
How?
know how.
Did you even have cream cheese today?
I did. There were bagels in the break room.
Got it.
I don't know how I got them onto my legs, though.
Apparently, you're just a messy eater.
Apparently.
You can have cream cheese.
That's a good question.
Kind of. I can. But
Some
anyway,
cream
so
cheese on my bagel.
we will end with Everett finally getting back to the room.
Hey, JR, I'm here.
So JR,
The window is open.
Yeah.
Suspiciously.
the window is open. There is gunfire outside of it,
And JR is not in the room.
and JR has disappeared.
Well, I go over to the window, and I assume I see mobsters on the loose.
You do it. Well, actually,
Well, you see Monster on the loose.
no,
Well, no,
you
I-
don't, because it is
Directly
under.
below you.
Yeah, it is under your sight line. But you do see a group of waitstaff menacing a bunch of people in black trench coats.
Also, the spider and the other thing.
They haven't gotten out yet.
Right, but the cages are.
The cages
open.
are also
Probably
open.
can't see it from here.
So
I thought
they're
okay,
they're
we got
they're a
the
little
rest-
damaged. The cages are a little damaged.
they didn't manage to break their way out. The cages are against the wall that you guys.
Okay. All right.
And you also see a stream of people attempting to get out the back door.
And
Lester's there too.
You see a bright orange, definitely Lester in the...
Yep.
Well, actually, the only person he knows that's wearing orange right now necessarily is JR.
No, he made Lester his hat.
Oh, right, you did make Lester's hat. Yeah, fair enough.
You do see your hat jingle jangling around the battlefield.
Well, that's getting put to good use, I guess.
Oh,
So you
neat.
said-
I'm doing my best to keep blood off of it.
What, Dave?
I can't. So you said the Yeti is the only BC that is actually out and causing problems, and I can't see it.
Correct. You knew where it was. The cage is no longer there.
Or I suppose the ruins of it are.
Yeah.
Ruins of the cage are there.
Got it.
The
But the Yeti then moved in such a way that it cannot be seen from this window.
It's directly below you.
yes. The lion and
That window, I can't see it.
if you lean out the window, you can. But you need to be out the window. Actually,
Like a dangerous amount out the window, or just exposed?
actually, no, you can't. You are too large.
I see.
The only reason JR could fit was because he was missing an arm.
And parkour.
Well, I guess the only thing I can do is establish an Overwatch position.
Can
I
you
don't think I have any other options here.
Okay.
Feel that, yeah.
wait? Don't you have any guns on you? Can't you
No,
fit?
that's what he's establishing the Overwatch with, but he doesn't know what his targets are.
Oh.
Because his target was the Yeti.
Oh, okay.
All I can see are fleeing civilians, or as far as I can tell, fleeing civilians. Two groups fighting each other that I don't know which side I'm on, and cages that appear to be holding monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And has the smoke risen up to the third floor yet?
Actually, yes, it has now.
And smoke.
Yes, there is currently also smoke.
That's probably normal.
I don't see why I like it.
It's fine. This house was built around a redwood tree. They'll be resistant to fire. It'll be okay.
Yes.
That is some kind of logic.
Yep.
Good question.
Answered.
Did I see is the owner in this area?
Yes, the owner is surrounded by
The guards.
Yes.
Cool. I know who I'm mind reading next time.
Okay.
Wait, the host of the party is in the group of the trench coat.
He
People?
was mingling with the people, with people in the area when everything went down,
Oh.
and the guards formed up around him and have been attempting to get to a door, but were waylaid by a large amount of waitstaff pulling out knives and attacking them.
You might have mentioned that he was in that group before, but I forgot. We've just been calling it the VIPs, and I just thought it was pocket watch guy the whole time.
Yeah, no, this is why I want to call attention to that, because it's like, wait.
Actually, that's a good question.
Where is he?
Pocket watch guy.
With the other group?
He was among the Pikmin that you were shepherding out. He actually got out rather quickly. Not in your direction, in a different direction.
Yeah.
In
Makes
fact,
sense.
he took the chaos. Oh, he took the moment of everyone
He
looking away.
needed to get out, and a universe answered.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Too bad, though, his secret rival noticed.
Yep.
I'm gonna be checking his text messages later.
Wonderful. All right. So with that, it is 8:49.
Yep.
Do people have any other questions about the scene before we end the night?
I think that's
I'm
everything on
in.
my
I'm
plate.
stabbing people. I'm happy.
Okay.
I don't have a question about the scene, but I do have a question about the universe. So I want to queue behind other people.
I don't have any questions about the scene.
Universe.
Yes.
It's my one bullet remaining. For now.
I did not
Before
use
I
a
throw
single
the
weapon.
gun.
I should have used it on that